Another thing about Lubosh.
What are you doing there?
What's that? Who's there? Hey! What's going on there?
What are you doing there? Lord Almighty.
Down! Who are you? What? What the hell are you doing?
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything?
My respects to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like
No,
you.
pogramy później coś.
Well, what do I care?
To w playerach tego.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately. Not.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives?
I really don't know. As far as I know.
That's all. Thank you.
Watch it. Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Of course.
That man Lubosh.
He was.
Have you noticed anything?
Well, now I think of it,
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day?
not a clue.
Do you know anyone?
He was a loner.
That's all. Thank you.
What are you playing at with that weapon? God be with you.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hannah,
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
bit of
Did you notice anything?
my child.
That's really not...
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what
Unfortunately,
What?
I'm bound by certain vows.
Vows more...
There are laws of God.
Father, surely...
There are things.
But Lubosh is dead.
If I told you, I would be betraying. If people believe,
Worse than the death...
no one escapes.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhoff raiders. Only he could... If I don't find out who it was...
I wouldn't. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine.
All right? Thank you, Father.
weapon in your belt before the guards come. As usual.
You better put that weapon away.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Put the weapon away. That's forbidden here. What are you playing at with that weapon?
You better put that weapon away, or you'll be asked. Put that weapon.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but they almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointless.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
The best of health. On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read...
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. Especially if they're about fornication and similar...
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about the lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to just like a flock of hungry ravens. They settled on. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupt. You want to baptize a child? Hey. You want to steal and murder? What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had... Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God, and Amen!
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them.
There. Satisfied?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan?
He's certainly a wise man. If he got out of Prague...
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my...
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my...
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the...
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted in it. Oh, it's getting quite late.
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, do dnie i rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje brak. Už se jí bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jí kůži. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední jen. Půjďme se mámy, panorama stávy a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem. Tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra je tu soudnej den, tak nalej mi hned a točí se svět.
Enough of this!
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
fucking
Come on,
dog.
then, Bailiff. You want to fight? So come and get it. Don't worry. We'll get you in trouble.
Is that all you
Have a bit of a punch.
As you like, ruffian.
Think because I'm a man of the cloth, I won't kick your arm.
They're crawling there. Do something. Help!
Come here, lily liver.
What are you doing there? Who are you?
Who is it?
What's going on there? Who's there? What's that?
Jesus!
Hey, who's... Mother of God!
What's going on out there?
Who is it?
What are you doing there? Who's there?
Get out before I break a few of your bones.
Henry, put that weapon away. There's no threat here. Wait, I need to talk to you. Wait a moment. You're him, right? The boy from Scarlet's. Hey, put that away before I lose my temper.
doing with that weapon? Stop waiting for some nonsense.
Hodowca. Więc ogólnie to ma historyjkę fajną. Bo zaczyna się od tego, jak ojciec jego wykuwa miecz i on później ma tam... Znaczy nie, że on wykuwa jakiemuś tam kolesiowi ten miecz, a napadają w tym samym czasie bandziory. Ten ich małą mieścinkę, no i od tego się zaczyna teraz, on się tak bardzo mści.
Could do with a bite to eat.
No i tak powolutku gdzieś tam te umiejętności zdobywam. Co chwilę jakieś takie fajne zadania. Właśnie ściągam update, bo kuleje coś strasznie ta gra. Są jakieś zadania, muszę po prostu, nie wiem, przespać się, żeby to się nie wiem, zrestartowało jakoś, bo nieraz jest jakieś zadanie, nie ma w ogóle tej osoby, albo...
What are you playing at?
Stop him, someone!
Hey, watch it, lout!
him! Here! Don't let him get away!
I feel quite hungry.
You'll pay dearly for shit.
Możesz ty.
You're dead.
O Jezu, ten miecz.
I'll slaughter you. Had enough? Yeah, you got me. Come now. We don't have to get all worked up on account of a scrap of cloth, do we?
A to jaką maskę gazową tego słonia? Jeszcze ja w wojsku miałem takiego słonia z rurą i pochłaniacz i wszystko. 4 mam w domu takie.
No excuses. Hand it over.
Here.
You got the thrashing you deserved. I hope you've learned your lesson.
I'll amend my life from the very foundations. Believe me.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Hey! Hey! Watch it! I'll remember you. My God, what happened to you? You look like...
Godwin won't tell me who Lubosh's cronies were. I've reached a complete standstill.
I told you, no one ever came here to see him. If he was meeting anyone, it must have been somewhere else.
But where? I can't go
No
around the
wyślę
whole
jak tego,
county
z
asking.
ciekawości zobaczę.
I could end up in Kuttenberg.
You might. They might even have records of that scoundrel there. But maybe you don't have to go that far. I just remembered he once boasted to me that he had a record in Rattay. There might be some mention there of who was with him at the time.
Thank you for your help.
You really let him go? Just like that? And did you get the loot back?
I did. I have it here.
Thank you. That thieving magpie. You can't trust anyone these days. And just so you know, I'm no pinch purse. Here's a small reward.
Thanks.
O Jezu. No, praktycznie jak słoń. Tylko że to wojsko miałem jeszcze... Ten pochłaniacz, co jest zaraz tutaj przy masce, to jeszcze długa trąba szła od tego. Pochłaniacz miałeś na tułowiu gdzieś na pasie uwieszony, czy w torebce takiej na ramieniu trzeba było mieć taką torbę i w tym się trzymało pochłaniacz taki duży. Bardziej prostokątna, a to jest ta okrągła. No, ale podobne. No, warto mieć taką w razie W. Kurde, ale tanie to jest. Co to jest 9 czy tam 13 zł?
do with a bite to eat. Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Gdzie spać? Dopiero zaczyna się granie, a nie spanie.
Hey, Henry's come to... What are you doing, you murderer?
What on earth are you talking about?
What are you doing here? Nearby a corpse. Nearby a murder.
I'm travelling the province in the service of Sir Radzig Kabila.
Right. And I'm Sir Divish's Chamberlain. Liar. Horseshit. You're all covered in her blood.
It's my own blood. Some humans ambushed me and I got cut. And now you're trying to pin this killing on me.
Well, it's true. It ain't safe in these parts. I've got a funny feeling about you. But I can't be absolutely sure you did it.
I'm relieved to hear it. And what exactly were you doing here anyway?
What are you getting at?
I think I should go and report you. They'll listen to me.
Your word isn't worth a turd, and I'm sure they know it.
It'll be easier for you if you confess.
I don't have to listen to this. You're full of shit. You can't go flinging around accusations.
My word. Oh, good God. I need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Hey, get out of here! This is no place for the likes of you.
No, to fakt.
Get out of here! Be off, I say!
Ten cały, jak mu to było? Ojejku. Max. No. O, ci powiem, jest, no ale jakoś dużo to ich tak nie ma, nie? Też nie widzę, żeby jakoś więcej ich przybywało na razie. Ja pierdolę. O kurde. Masakra. Dobra. Było na tyle. Niech to szlak trafi.
Another thing about loot, boss.
O Boże, i od nowa wszystko. Dobra.
You there! Stop! Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law breaking.
Oje.
Over here! Quick!
You'll get what?
Alarm! Oh my god! Here! Don't let him get away!
Quick, everyone!
Somebody help!
For fuck's sake! Oh my god, no! Here!
Over
Don't let him
here!
get away!
Help! Help! Damn it! Alarm!
Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere.
Oh my god!
Ale jełop ten żołnierz.
Over here! Quick! Somebody help!
You're in. You there! Stop!
Okej, no na razie. O Boże, jak jest chory. Jak tym celem?